Welcome back, and still we start off this morning with a very important conversation. This big concern is like, a whitlow on the finger that has never recovered. It's about the continuing fire incidents, as a result of tanker spills over roads and all the other, accidents that we experience on our roads. But before we have that conversation, we must touch on something else that is equally important, and Kadi has that.
Oh, definitely. Just before we get into the all important conversation around fire, how to deal with emergencies, let's walk you through your responses. It's important to take that, and we're starting off with your reactions to the Reps Committee's proposal to create 31 more states. And I think we've talked about it a lot, so let's hear what you are saying about that. Simon P. is first, who says, more states might not be the answer. What's the question, Simon P? But let me go on. Streamlining into stronger regions, like Iberi suggested, could boost development and cut costs. Maybe fewer, more powerful entities are what Nigeria needs. So you need to get the context of this particular conversation, but the point this user is trying to make is streamlining into regions might be a better approach. Again, how will that work?
All right, Jenny Warifa says, why not just create 31 more countries? As absurd as saying that Africa should be split into 5 different continents. Simply devolve power from the central government in Abuja to states and local government and stop unnecessary division that goes nowhere.
And Dari Oluwajuiton says, the only reason this should be considered is if all states agree to no federal allocation and they have full resource control. Each state will eat from what it earns and pay all its officials from its own pocket. Well, interesting perspective there, but I just wonder how practical it would be, really.
Take a look at Mega Mixer's comments. You think you've seen comments, but look at what Mega Mixer said. He said, why not create or make it 100? Or better still, convert the 774 local government areas to states. Mega Mixer, you got me there.
People are just angry, like, what? We have issues to deal with states creation at this time.
You got me there.
Even if they give states the ability to run their own affairs, some states will still struggle. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
Don't you like the idea of Lagoon State?
Why are you so interested in this Lagoon State?
I'm just saying that.
You want to be a governor of Lagoon State? It sounds really fun.
And on the brighter side, some people who failed in their governorship ambitions can now try in the new states.
For Lagoon State,
yes,
right?
But no new Land Cruisers. So you use the vehicle you were using before.
We'll use, you know these buses that Governor Sanwo-Olu brought to Lagos? This 4-leg improved Keke Marwa. Korokwe. You know that one? That would be the standard.
The mini bus, the mini vans, or whatever they call them.
Tint it for them, put some air conditioners.
No sirens.
No sirens. No, of course, Lagos, there's no siren.
Yeah.
And convert them all to CNG, such that we can have effective management of
I think we should draft conditions for creation. We should draft conditions for creation of states. So we'll give you the options. It's either you stay the way you are and manage as we're going, or we'll give you. But not to ridicule people who aspire for this thing. No, not at all.
No, sir.
We're just saying that right now, is that what we need? Anyway, let's go to what our sister, Kemi Badenoch, she's at it again. Okay, the leader of the Conservative Party in the UK, she's been blasting from all cylinders. But I think let's take a listen to what she says and what the reactions have been.
The way our immigration system works. So I'm announcing that the Conservative Party is going to do the following things differently. 1. If you want to stay in our country permanently and apply for indefinite leave to remain, the time you have to live here before you apply will increase from 5 years to 10 years. 2. You will have to be a net contributor with a high enough salary, especially if you want to bring family members with you. And if you've got a criminal record, you're banned. 3. If you've claimed benefits or need social housing, you can't even apply. 4. We will increase the time before you can apply for a British passport from 12 months to 5 years. meaning it will take a minimum of 15 years to start an application. 5. If you enter this country illegally or outstay your visa, you will be banned from ever gaining leave to remain or a passport.
You know why I like these kind of things? It gives you clarity as to the general election. So there's a posture of the Labour Party when it comes to immigration policies and all of this residency and application. Kemi Badenoch, who is the leader of the Conservative Party, perhaps the position of our party, this is what it is. So it gives you clarity as to, I can like this policy or I hate this policy, and you now know what to vote.
I really don't see anything wrong in what she did. Some will say she's like baby Trump. You know, this is some of the things Trump, by extension, some people in his party also talked about. A lot of countries are getting stiffer when it comes to immigration. Hey, it's their country. I mean, you have the knife, you have the yam. How do Yorubas say it, right? So do whatever you want to do with it. And as a nation, Nigeria, we also make our decisions. I really don't think there's any big deal in all of this. I don't think anybody should be worried naturally if you're not affected.
I have some questions, Kadi. How long, you know, after she arrived in the UK, did she wait before she had to, she applied to become a citizen? I doubt that, you know, she had to wait 15 years, you know, in the reverse of what she's now proposing.
That's really her business, honestly. That doesn't really concern me. Whatever happened with her, great, she's in government now, even though it's still a proposal.
No, she's not in government, she's just in, okay, technically,
yeah. So it's just a proposal, it's not law yet. But the point is, if the UK people say this is what they want.
Policy should have a human face.
Absolutely.
You know, we should rethink the impact of some of these policies.
That's why I started with...
On families, on, you know, every other aspect of life. So is it well thought out, or is it as a result of political undertones, you know, such that you can be more acceptable to a certain part of the political elite? You know, so that those are issues. That's the question I'll ask.
Okay, there are many parts of it. That's why I started where I started from. So this is the position of the Conservative Party led by Kemi Badenoch. So if you don't like it, you live in the UK, you're planning to go to the UK, you have opportunity to vote in the UK, make sure you don't vote for Conservative Party if you don't like what she's saying. But if you like what she's saying, you vote for them. It's as simple as that.
A lot of people actually resonate with what she's saying there.
It's as simple as that.
So if it's their choice, if it's
their choice, it's their country. We just make our own must. In fact, they are doing 20, we should do 25.
Well, her name is 15, a strong reminder that she's an immigrant as well. So
Trump is an immigrant. So let's go to Kay.
Not an immigrant.
Let's start with the first.
Kay Mandela says it won't fly. The UK's economy will suffer greatly because it needs talent. For example, no serious professional would choose the UK over other countries that offer a more lenient path to citizenship.
And Collins, as saying, says, my own is that. Well, that's a way of saying my own cover or my own view is that every Nigerian in any country should be ready. Let's all develop love for Nigeria again and look back. The world is going through a lot right now, and he goes on to say, so every country needs to cleanse itself to become better. Well, you can say that again.
So I think that is just a simple conclusion
to
of
balance
all of this. Not to balance. There's no balance here. You do what works for your country. I do what works for my country. Some will say, Trump keeps saying America first, but that's what it's always been. Even when you go to a negotiation table, you don't negotiate for the other person. You negotiate to favor you. So it is what it is. Let's fix our own and make sure that our own is what other people want to come to. And I think it's as simple as that. We can end.
And so in reaction to all of these African leaders, now they are chasing Africans out of their countries with all these policies. So it's time to sit back and not be attending these meetings again. Send representatives, stay home, fix our president.
Join via Zoom.
Yeah, join via Zoom. Our president has traveled 5 or 6 times.
Forex.
Stay at home. Fix
Give you
your
good
country.
internet, 5G, you'll connect.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Trump is blowing hot. Kemi is not in government. She's already blowing hot. Everybody's blowing hot. Everybody's like, literally everybody's saying, look, you're a constitutional nuisance. We need to regulate you one way or the other. And then our leaders, let me not go there. We'll take a quick break now. When we come back, we'll get to that conversation about, let's begin with our homegrown conversation. Maybe we'll propose to them that if Kemi is saying 15 years, let's make it 25 before you can even apply for driver's license. I think we want to be tough. Let's all be tough together.